Okay, thank you. I'm your bridge to the next panel, and my job is to explain Hurricane Strong one more time before we really dig in, and to make sure you guys all understand. We had a workshop yesterday, and we want to make sure you understand that Hurricane Strong is an umbrella, not a replacement, okay? So hopefully the video shows you how people brought their programs in. And that's my job, to just show you a few more details, and then when we're on the panel, if we have questions about it, we can dig in a little further. Obviously, we all know what the challenge is. These are the reality. What we want to get at is that number, both direct and indirect deaths, as well as the losses that are changing communities forever, and the tail on recovery that people are dealing with for years and years, okay? We know that people love living near the water. That's not going to change. And we saw, I think, really shocking amount of loss of life and dollar damages this year with Matthew. I think after not having storms for so very long that were landfalling in a way like this, I think we were too comfortable. And we tried to get at that with Hurricane Strong last year, and this is our vehicle to continue to try. So Hurricane Strong last year started with FEMA, Flash, and NOAA coming together as presenting partners with the idea to just, as Rick said, align the calendar. Imagine that we would have National Hurricane Preparedness Week the same week as the Hurricane Awareness Tour, and that the White House proclamation would be timed to coincide. We'd be able to say, and by the way, 700 Home Depots are having workshops this weekend. And that we could take all those events and all those different really wonderful activities and put them into one time frame so we could turn up the volume and break through and get the attention of the public. So that was the idea. We're very, very fortunate that the Weather Channel stepped up as our national media partner, as you can imagine, and as you saw the PSA with Rick. Those ran during Hermine and Matthew and really helped raise the specter of this program. Couldn't have done it without them. And then, of course, we have a lot of sponsors that are on board and helping us, because we do have a role with the children's education component of the HAT. That is what our group Flash has traditionally done, and we give them backpacks with great information to take home to mom and dad. And those of you on the tour this year will see those backpacks. And, of course, it's open, it's available to everyone, but if you want to make a donation, we need it. We'll take it. We thank you. Our government partners, of course, it's free for you and for anyone if you don't want to sponsor. So the thing to think about here also with the HAT is that the HAT has been around for 35 years. How many of you have experienced the Hurricane Awareness Tour in your community? It's phenomenal. You've got aircraft, you've got hurricane hunters, pilots, children, mayors, the public. It is the best thing to come to your community, raise awareness. You will be on television, you will get attention. But what we did with Hurricane Strong, because of the collaboration and dedication of people like Rick and the Weather Service and everyone that said, yeah, we can do this. It was a little non-traditional, but what happened is the HAT became a national event, even though it only hit the 5 cities we went to on the Gulf Coast last year. We were doing FaceTime interviews with stations in Raleigh and in New York and in other places. So I think we've found a way to break through. If you're not getting the HAT in your city this year, you can still be part of the HAT. We'll talk to you from in front of the airplanes on FaceTime, and it worked. So we're pretty excited about it. What I want to show you now, the 5 messages you know, and like I said, everything's on hurricanestrong.org, and the videos are there to share and to use. But I want to show you why we're excited, because I have 5 tweets of the zillions of tweets we reached and continue to reach, and through the conference we're probably up over 25 million people. But these are tweets that are organic, that we had nothing to do with, and that's the whole point here, okay? We want to set this in motion and let it take off under its own power, and it did just that. Are our Rhode Island folks still here? I saw them yesterday in the workshop. They did a series of tweets that were fantastic. This is for the first day of the campaign, personal safety. pretty good image and got a nice take up on Twitter. Day 2, this came out of Nag's Head, and we just started seeing this engagement on Twitter. This one came from Florida, from the state insurance company, which is unfortunately the largest property insurance company there. And they really took the charge on the flood insurance side because we need it. This one on strong homes came from a magazine. They just got involved. Pew Trust got involved. All kinds of people got involved. Jay Johnson was involved. People just kind of figured out that now we have a place to come together. But these are all just organic. Alex Garcia in San Antonio. These are Walmart volunteers. This is 5th day messaging on community service because, as we know, those first 4 days of the campaign, we take those steps, and on the 5th day, we're supposed to look around and figure out how to help in our community. I won't show you the video of these young volunteers. They actually created a dance. I will never ask you to do the dance. You all did the pose. And just the energy and enthusiasm, frankly, as I look, and I've been to this conference, oh gosh, John, how long has the conference been? It's got to be 20 plus years that I've been coming, except last year I missed out because I became a grandmother. Yes. But I'm a little worried about the energy level, and that's just, I guess, natural because of the lack of landfalling hurricanes. So we'll take the good news of that, but Matthew is very real for those that were affected by it. So we didn't have, we don't want a Katrina or an Andrew or one of these big events that galvanizes the whole country behind the issue of hurricane resilience. That's the wrong way for us to get where we need to be in terms of enthusiasm, focus, attention, and filling every seat in this room. So we have to find a new way to do it. This is going to be one of the vehicles that we use to try to do that, to try to get people, younger people, interested, aware, informed, and so we build this way of life, of being prepared, into people's ordinary way of life. And the most important message I have about Hurricane Strong is that the secret to success is everyone here and all of the partners and all the people we could fit into this word cloud and beyond. But we've got to do some things differently. We've got the science, as you can see. Right? We've got the passion, we've got the response, but we really need the individuals. And last year when Bill Reed was kind enough to kick off the campaign for us, he showed our video, the core video, and what it said is that for everything that everyone does, all of us in this room, the hurricane hunters, every effort that's made and all the money that's spent completely falls flat if we don't have the individuals and families prepared. So that's the goal of Hurricane Strong. Yes, we're trying to make it fun. Yes, we want your creative ideas, and you will see some things on Twitter as we go through the season because we've got a couple tricks up our sleeves, but we really look forward to working with you, and we invite you to join it. It's pretty easy. All you have to do is hashtag Hurricane Strong. That's what I have, and I'm going to stay up because we have our next panel, and thank you, John.